When I look back at my time in journalism, there are probably two key moments or lessons that really sort of stood out and continue to stand out in my mind. And the first one was I was very early on in my career as a junior reporter, and I was a police reporter, and I got a phone call from a family who claimed there was police mishandling. And as a result, one of the family members suffered a broken arm, and we went out there with the photographer and we took the photo, wrote the story, and arm was certainly broken, that's fine. And I can't remember exactly what happened with the police. I'm pretty sure I would have gone to the police. Police would have said, can't comment, usual sort of thing. We wrote the story. I went, as part of my police reporting round, I went down to court every day to do the local court list. And the next day or 2 days later, I went down there and I saw this particular person with a broken arm. And they were up in court on minor charges. And it was revealed then that actually the arm was broken sort of weeks earlier as part of that incident. So the lesson there for me was don't believe everything you hear. Get it checked out. If in doubt, check it out. If still in doubt, leave it out. And I probably should have done much better then in terms of trying to verify whether this injury was actually sustained by the police. And of course learned how to better deal with the police with their usual sort of non-responsiveness to some of these sorts of claims. The other lesson, much later on in my journalism, I arrived in London, worked on the business desk at the Times, and after a couple of weeks, the news desk stopped giving me stories to write up, or story ideas to write up, and I couldn't get my head around it. And it took me probably a week or maybe a couple of weeks, in fact, to really work out what it was. And the issue was that their writing was very different to the newspaper writing I was used to. So I would write my stories the way I thought they were written or should be written and the way I was used to writing them, when in fact at the Times they wanted a slightly different way of writing them. And what happened is that the news editors and the subs got sick and tired of having to rewrite my stories. They were factually fine and structurally probably okay, but the tone was just wrong. And one of the issues was I didn't actually read my stories that appeared in print, so I didn't see and understand the changes that were made to my stories. So once I sort of realised that the issue was my writing, I managed to modify that and solved all my problems. And I suppose the lesson there is you've got ownership of the story, not just until it goes into the publishing cycle. It doesn't matter whether you're on TV, radio, or in the printed word, but all the way through the production process. And even if there's not much production involved anymore, look at the final version that goes live, is published to the broader world, and see how different it is to the story that you filed, and learn from that.